Okay. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay. Testing, testing. Yep, that worked. Just give me 1 second to do something. Okay, now that is in fact sorted, I think we are good. Let me just check one more time. We're good. Yep. Alright. We're good to go here. Alright, hello everybody. And welcome to another chill stream today. I'm on my Nova Beast today, and we are in the cityscape. I thought it would make a fun background for today's stream. Oh, I thought, why not? There we go. Okay, there we go. I managed to learn from watching a video how to get the YouTube chat actually in view, so I'm not slipping in and out of the browser, the desktop browser panel, because I didn't realize till I rewatched last time's chill stream that you guys hear every time I open one of the menus, you hear the little sound effect, even if you don't particularly see it. So, you know, learning something new every day, I guess. But yeah, so if you see me look up like this, I have the YouTube chat like floating like right here. So, but hey, that means I can actually see it and I can actually respond, like I said, without having to open menus and stuff. So with that out of the way, again, welcome to the stream. I hope everyone is having a fabulous day. But yeah. Whew. But yeah, I do actually have a few talking points today. The first one being that, okay, sorry about that. I have to send a message to somebody. But anyway, so the first topic in today's video stream. That's I'm so used to making just videos. Anyway, the first topic of the stream. I finally watched the Borderlands movie. Now, normally, I would reserve talking about something like this to a second channel video where I talk about movies, TV shows, video games, anime, all sorts of stuff like that. But I would really only do that if I had more, like a lot to say. It's not like I don't have a lot to say, or it's not like I don't have anything to say, but I just don't have enough. I feel like that it's worth a whole second channel video to do that. Also, shameless plug, Bellcasts if you're interested in my second channel content. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, the Borderlands movie. It's a movie. No, I'm kidding. God, where do I even begin? Well, I guess we'll take this as I would in a second channel video by summarizing the plot of the movie a little bit. So basically, we start the movie with a bit about, what, like, how do I explain it? You get a, monologue thing, voiceover from Lilith talking about Iridians, saying how they're some ancient species that's long gone and left behind something called iridium, which, by the way, you never actually see any pieces of iridium throughout the entire movie, which is very strange to me. But that being said, then we get introduced to Lilith on some planet. I think it was like Prometheus or Prometheum or something. Where she's like bringing back a bounty. She gets eventually approached by the head of the Atlas Corporation to... I skipped basically the entire opening. Oh my god. Okay, before we get introduced to Lilith, we have an action scene that involves Roland, played by Kevin Hart, busting Tiny Tina out of like a jail. In doing so, they run into Krieg, the psycho, who helps the two of them. Then we get introduced to Lilith, who's on some planet. Like I said, it's like Prometheus, I forget the name of it. Bringing in a bounty, kills a bunch of guys, gets approached by Atlas to find Tiny Tina. Because, he's like, oh, she's a child of Iridia or something like that. Or whatever it was, whatever his reasons was. Bring my daughter home, I think is what his reasons were. So then, after some convincing, Lilith, played by Cate Blanchett, goes to Pandora. And she eventually tracks down Tina. I mean, she does run into Claptrap, voiced by Jack Black, who it was kind of, I really could not tell that it was Jack Black. Like, the voice filters they use really doesn't make it sound like Jack Black at all. But, yeah. So Claptrap is with, Kate Blanchett's character, Lilith. And she, she essentially goes, like I said, she eventually finds Tina, who basically tries to fight her, then gets Krieg involved in the fight, and then the Crimson Lance show up to be like, no, we're taking Tina. So now the three of them are fighting the Crimson Lance, and then Roland shows up in like a truck. So then the three of them get in the truck with Roland. Now we have a merry band of miscreants on a misadventure. Right? With some very thinly veiled reasons why I feel like any of them actually need to be in this group together, but here we are. I mean, fuck, Roland at one point is just like, look, I'm against Atlas Corporation. So if you're here with them, then you're against, like, I'm against you, Lilith. And she basically is like, nah, we're on the same side. He's like, oh, okay, just like puts his gun away. That's fine. And yeah. And so basically after that, and I am condensing this, I'm not mentioning every little detail that happens. Our merry band makes their way to Sanctuary, where they find Tanis, who's also old as fuck. One second. Drink of my Minute Maid fruit punch. It's slightly warm, but that's okay. Ugh, sorry about that. Anyway. So yeah, they meet up with Tanis. And, you know, Tanis decides to tag along with them. Long story short, they eventually get to where, like, they find both of the keys, and Tanis says that, like, Tiny Tina is the third key. So they all go to the point where the keys are relevant. And, they basically, like, Tina puts the keys in because she's like, oh, I'm the special one. It doesn't work, right? Because we basically learn that no, she's not the special one that's going to open the, one second. Alright, I gotta sit up a bit. Okay. That Tiny Tina is not the special one that can open the gate to the vault, because that's what all this is about, is the vault with all the mysterious Iridian technology, or whatever the hell in it. So, it ends up being, Lilith, who is the special one, because, and I'm not kidding you, an hour and 17 minutes into this movie, which is only an hour and 40 minutes long, does Lilith realize that she has siren abilities, that she is the Firehawk. And it's like, you made us wait 90%, like 80% of the movie before giving the people the siren powers. Like, really? Really? That's what you chose to do? Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, let me readjust. I'm so sorry I had to get up. Okay, there we go. I might be a bit off from my original position. That's okay. Getting really hot in my room. Anyway, so yes. Hour and 17 minutes into this movie, I yawned. No. We finally get Firehawk. Finally. Let me get to... Okay. Anyway. God damn it. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Fucking get over here, goddammit, camera. Fuck over here. I swear everything is just trying to ruin my fucking stream. And I got so far away from my original position is beyond me. I swear my internet wants to fuck up. My drink just spilled. Anyway. So yes, Tannis goes along with them. That's not the point that I was at. Okay, so we get Firehawk shit. She opens the vault door and goes in there. Atlas goes in there. He's holding Tina hostage. Blah blah blah. And basically, they kind of defeat him by Lilith using her siren abilities to just kind of like poof next to him, take his shield, and then come on, brain, this is not the part where you malfunction. Tina like fucking kicks him, and then a giant octopus monster comes out of the floor and takes him. And then they leave the vault. And everyone goes back to Sanctuary and there's fireworks, happy ending. That essentially, in a nutshell, is the Borderlands movie. Now, of course, the question is, did I like it? Now, there's two things I'm going to preface this before I answer the question of whether or not I like it. Because what you need to know, first of all, is that I am not a, Borderlands aficionado at all. I have at most played some of the... I never finished the first game because it pissed me off too much. So I got my guide at between level 13 to 15 in the first Borderlands game before I gave up. And I'm still playing the second one, which it has been something, let me just tell you. It's been not the best experience in my opinion. But again, I will talk about that more later. So yeah, I am very limited in my knowledge of Borderlands and its universe. And second preference, I like big dumb action movies. I can enjoy big dumb action movies quite a lot, actually. You know, as somebody who is very much into Transformers, lore-wise and stuff, I could watch the Michael Bay Transformers movies as just turn your brain off popcorn movies. Big dumb robot fight movie. It's enjoyable. So for me, not that I don't have my issues and critiques with the Borderlands movie, it was fun. It was a fun, big, dumb sci-fi action movie. You know, it had some really great action scenes in it between all of the characters, honestly. And yeah, it was fun. Now, that doesn't mean it's a good movie, okay? It's not a good, if you're a Borderlands fan, chances are probably not gonna do it. Probably not gonna do it for you. But yeah, someone on mostly the outside of Borderlands universe-wise, it was fun. It was a fun movie. Now, like I said, I do have. Oh, the other positive I thought was like the overall like aesthetics of the movie. I thought they nailed it. They nailed the look of Pandora to a T. Um, Even the like you don't see that many creatures. Like you see is one skag, which is kind of surprising. Those things are everywhere in Borderlands 2. But you see a skag. You see one. What did they call it? A thresher. Those big worm things. And you see some flying creature, probably not the same flying creature I'm thinking of in 2, where they like come down and like dive bomb hit you. I forget what those flying ones are called, but yeah. You know, that was it was still cool to see, even if they probably could have used them in more places, but you know, it it is what it is, I suppose you could say. But yeah. But like I said, I do have my critiques. I think the most obvious thing is the casting. Not all of it, mind you. Like, Krieg, I think, was very well done. Krieg, I liked. And Tina, I thought was pretty well. I've never met Tina in the games yet, so I realistically have no frame of reference for Tina, but I enjoyed her character. Of course, Lilith. Why Kate Blanchett? Why? Lilith is supposed to be young in the game. Or the one that I play, at least. I don't know about 3. I don't know about 3. I don't even remember. And I think she was young in the first game, too. Why is Lilith this old person who is pretty self-aware that she's old? Like, at least twice in the movie, she says, "I'm too old for this shit," or something like that. And it's like, okay, but why? And especially given the story of her learning to have her siren abilities, like, I would wager then that this puts the plot of this movie before the first game, which doesn't make sense given the characters that we have. You know, like Roland's from the first game, Lilith's from the first game. Krieg apparently is a DLC character in 2. And I don't know about Tina, honestly. I don't know if Tina is in the first game in any capacity at all. But yeah. So it's like... But yeah. So it's like, you know... You have a mishmash of characters from different games. And then on top of that... You have... You have, brain go blur. But, okay, anyway. But yeah, so it just really doesn't make sense why Lilith is old if this is before the first game, because she's young in the first game and the second one. So I don't entirely get what that serves. But yeah. And the other one is Tannis. I'm pretty sure Tannis is supposed to be a lot younger, but again, she's an old person in this movie. I don't know why. And I'm gonna say, not for the reason you're thinking of, but Roland, played by Kevin Hart. Now, I will give credit. I think Kevin Hart did fine as a serious character. I still don't think that he is the right fit for Roland, though, because I think Roland is supposed to be a little bigger, a little bit more muscular, a little bit more built, you know? And Kevin Hart does not fit that. You know, they even make a joke at the beginning of the movie of Atlas sending their shortest soldier to get Tina. It's like, yeah, you're not supposed to be that short, honestly. But yeah. And that's another thing, like, outside of getting to see Lilith's siren abilities, no one else had abilities. Like, again, I don't remember what, but like Roland is supposed to have abilities in the game. So is Krieg. But none of them really use any abilities outside of Lilith in like the final action scene when she's like giving buffs to everyone, basically. It's just like, okay, everyone else is good at shooting people, but she's the only one that gets her ability. Like, why? You know? What else? I kind of hated the gun that they gave to Lilith, to be honest. I think it's called the Infinity Pistol. Because, for one, and she's not the only one that they do this to, but I'm assuming it's infinity for, like, infinite ammo. I'm not entirely sure on that front. But to me, it's kind of like a cop-out of having to show reloading or anything like that. Because she uses the gun. Hell, she uses 2 guns at one point. And not a single one does she ever reload. Same with Roland. I never see him reload his rifle a single time. I don't know what the hell kind of rifle he was using in the movie. But yeah, it definitely raises some suspicions, but like, you know, outside of her handgun never running out of ammo, somehow it's just an amazing fucking weapon. Like, there's a moment in the movie where like she is using it with a scope and manages to like perfectly shoot the lock on a cage to open it and take out a psycho from a decent distance away. Oh, sorry. And it's just like, your handgun is also a convenient sniper too? That you're just somehow good with it? Okay. I don't know. It just felt like a cop-out of a gun. You know, like a catch-all. But I guess that's just me. You know, I don't know why they picked that gun in particular, but but yeah. I'm trying to think if there was more that I had. I feel like that's really all for critiques. Like I said, I think it's a fun, just big, dumb action movie. But outside of that, you could probably skip it. Especially if you're big into Borderlands, I wouldn't waste your time watching it. You're not going to get anything out of it. And I don't think there's going to be a sequel because I'm pretty sure this movie bombed hard. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, if I were to rate it, probably like an average score, like 5 out of 10 or somewhere. Not good, not bad. Just a, like I keep saying, just a big dumb action movie. And the action really does shine. That is the one thing I will, at least in my opinion, that is the one thing that I will give it. Yeah. So let's see. Now that that's, so that was topic 1. And to kind of roll in with topic 1 here, I'm going to talk about my initial experience with Borderlands 1. And I will eventually talk about 2, but we're going to talk about Borderlands 1 here first. And I have this written down somewhere because I would not be able to remember this worth of shit. But you gotta bear with me here while I look for it. Because it's gonna take a bit of scrolling to find the exact blurb that I need about Borderlands 1. Hope everyone's having a nice day though. Having a nice day, having a fun day, whatever. Gosh, why does it have to take a while to find? Suppose it was a few months back that I did this. Oh my god. Anytime now this post would like to show up. There it fucking is. Alright. Now that it took me 10 years to find the damn thing that I was actually looking for. Now I can get to reading this too. Alright. So what I said was that the game is unbalanced and unfair, which pretty much anyone will disagree with me. I was level 13 to 15 doing story missions and side quests that are normal difficulty. Then they decided to throw a level 16 badass bruiser at me. I started the fight with 12 ammo for my rocket launcher and finished it with 4 left. I had to do a lot of running away for cover, and even with that I still died like 6 times. I had this happen a lot where I run into enemies that are 3 or 4 levels higher than me, and it's really stupid. The game should have proper level scaling, because I'm not having fun when I get pissed off at a level 16 enemy, eating through my shield in one go and killing me in a second. Another aspect is the reliance on RNG. I need better weapons and shields, but it's up to the goddamn luck of the game gods and what I get. And that also depends on if I can even afford it, if it's from a vending machine. I complained about there being no difficulty options. But yeah. Even later when I came back, that I said the game was bullshit because I couldn't kill Sledge. I'd done every side quest up to that point. I'm higher level, and yet all my weapons do nothing. Even the rocket launcher, my better shield is useless. One of the worst games ever. Too much reliance on luck and RNG, so on and so forth. That was my experience with the first Borderlands game. Now I'm gonna scroll forever back up to tell you about the beginning of my experience with Borderlands 2. Which hopefully will not take too damn long to find. Because I would really like it if it didn't take too damn long to find. I mean, I passed it going to that post, now I gotta go back up, so I know it's there. Honestly, this is some pretty good background music I picked. Yep, we're almost there. Okay, here we are. With my little rant here on the beginning of Borderlands 2. Let's see. So I started off by questioning why they think making of the beginning of the game so difficult is a good idea. That's where the player's first impression happens if they are a new player like me. The game does not and has not left a good impression on me. After an hour with my commando at level 4, I already wanted to give up on the game. This is because of several factors, the first being constantly running out of ammo. Now before you ask/say it, yes, I am scavenging for ammo like one is supposed to. Problem is that I'm running out during firefights and boss fight times. It's not convenient to have to run around and look for ammo more, as I'm getting shot to pieces. Speaking of combat, the enemies have pinpoint accuracy no matter where I am. Even with more time played, I drew the same conclusion that cover is basically useless as enemies will just rush you or find some sort of point to be able to hit you. Running in, though, and trying to shoot everyone as quickly as possible isn't viable either, because you'll just break your shield and die quickly. Shields also seem to be useless as enemies chew right through them, and your health bar quickly, that they may as well not have shields at all. I didn't start having a little less of a difficult time until I figured out how to deploy my deployable turret, and that is a small decrease on the difficulty time pool. Boss fights are just pure BS all the time. Maybe 2 attempts on Boom Boom and like 6 or so attempts on Flint, which is stupid. And I didn't even get good shit from either of them. It's a big waste of time. The game is just as unbalanced as the first one, that there's so much bullshit going on. When I was level 7, I went back to an area for a side quest I had forgotten about. The enemies in that area were like 4 levels higher to me, yet they could just clobber through my shields and health like nothing. This one says the level scaling really just adds to the bullshit. If I'm level 8, so I'm level 8, so are the enemies. If you want to be sure that your game or your guns are on the same level, or like maybe a level lower, that's true. Oh, what? I don't know what I just said. The first time I played, I hit level 7. I still had level 5 guns because you have to rely on RNG as to what guns drop and what level they are. Playing this game is like a constant anger and frustration induced headache that I just do not understand how people like this game so much. I fail to find it fun because I'm upset and angry all the time whenever I play it. I'm not sure yet that I'm ready to fully give up on trying a little bit more. All this still stands for me. But even if I keep going, I have a feeling something down the line will cause me to give up, but when it does, I'll not be trying Borderlands 3 or pre-sequel, because that's just gonna... but, yeah. I said I may try Tales from the Borderlands because it's a Telltale game, but anything else, you know. I said Borderlands as a series can go fuck itself with how needlessly difficult, unfun, unfair, and unbalanced that they seem to be, and that's just my experience and my opinion with the games. Whew, a lot to get through. But yeah, so now I am still playing Borderlands 2. Things have gotten less difficult. I've had less issues with like running out of ammo and stuff of that nature. So, you know, improvements being made. But yeah. You know, I honestly might stream it one of these days. I haven't really decided, but it's a possibility that I might do that, so we shall see, we shall see. But, you know, I'm actually thoroughly exhausted from talking a lot. So I think I'm gonna end things here. But yeah. Thanks everybody for watching that dropped by, so on and so forth. If you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.